G'day viewers, and welcome once more to WAINGAFAT Wednesday, which is the acronym that tells you that I'm going to let you know who am I not giving a fuck about today. And who am I not giving a fuck about today? I'll tell you who. Global warming deniers who are creaming their little jeans over ClimateGate. Now, in case anyone doesn't know, what these wankers are referring to is the fact that someone hacked into the mail system for one of the scientific research centres. I'll provide some links, and so you can look at it if you want. Now, some of the emails these scientists swap back and forth have some quite questionable things where they use phrases like the trick to change that. And there's a couple fun ones where they basically say, well, if it was me, the email would say, fuck those guys. But they're a bit more polite than that. But they're basically one guy they really don't like, who they don't consider to be a scientist, who keeps filing freedom of information claims to say, let's just delete a bunch of emails so he doesn't get anything anyway. Yeah, not the shrewdest thing in the world to have done, but they're scientists, not politicians. Now, because I've spoken out quite strongly against climate change deniers before, a lot of people expected me to do something about this. You know, am I going to defend it? Am I going to agree with it? Am I going to do a shut the fuck up? Well, you know what? I really don't give a fuck. And why not? Because the people who are pushing this aren't listening to anyone presenting anything that contradicts them. And by anything, I mean science. These people have no science behind them. They're pushing a political point of view against a scientific point of view. And they think that's the same thing. They're not worth it. I don't give a fuck about them. Let's break it down a bit. A few reasons why I don't give a fuck about these morons and their ClimateGate wet dream. First, they've pulled out just a couple of quotes out of God knows how many emails, like I don't know, thousands I would assume, and they take 3 or 4 lines, say, proof, global warming is a scam. So 3 or 4 quotes out of all these volumes of scientific research, that's what convinces you? Not the volumes of peer-reviewed science, but a couple of lines out of emails. Do you not see how stupid and unbalanced that is? Another reason I don't give a fuck about these idiots, most of them haven't even read the emails. Not even the cherry-picked ones that's their big proof. Most of them, like 99% of them, you put them on the spot and say, what specifically is it in those emails that makes you say it's all a fraud? And they're just vague with the, but fraud, scam, science, wrong, bad, burn with fire. They've got nothing, and I don't give a fuck about them. Now, the t-shirt says it all. Science. It works, bitches. You know, that's just me talking, and everyone who benefited from the Enlightenment. You know, a scientific viewpoint I will take over a political viewpoint. And yes, a lot of people who support the science of climate change are very politically motivated. It's not actually relevant when what they're supporting is science. All of the opponents of climate change are politically motivated. There is no science behind them. It does kind of shit me when they say, like, you only say that because you don't understand science. Listen, you peanut-brained, inbred little fucktard, okay? All the credible, peer-reviewed scientific study says climate change is a significant problem, it's caused by human activity, and we will face catastrophic results if we don't do something about it, okay? Everything else that you say is bullshit. Politically motivated bullshit. Okay, you're scared. It's something big and scary, and you're into denial. Fine. Fuck off and deny in a dark room somewhere. Oh, it's a political thing that contradicts your political view, and you can't deal with that. I don't fucking care. It's science, bitches. What really cracks me up is these fucking deniers have no idea how much they reveal that they know nothing about scientific principles and the practice of science. You know what? People do discover new things every day. Previously held beliefs get disproved, and science goes, wow, that's really cool. Now we know something different. And they say, oh, it's the scientific establishment. They're all ganging up and they won't listen to anyone. And yes, examples of that do happen all through history, where a bunch of people lock up and say, no, no, this is real, this is real. Eventually, those walls fall down in the face of evidence. That's what changes scientists' mind. Evidence. Not really obnoxious, politically motivated loudmouth. It's evidence. And these people say, oh, the scientists will never tell us the truth. They're in their ivory towers. You have not one fucking clue. Do you know how I know there's no science that contradicts theories about climate change? Because scientists would be all over it. If someone could come up with some conclusive evidence that casts doubt on the common theory about climate change, it would make their fucking career. And as for it would be impossible for them to get the support, well, the scumfuck energy companies and conservative political organisations fund people to tell lies. I'm pretty sure if you were telling the truth, you would find it dead easy to get the funding for your work. And you know what? It would make a scientist's career. They would be the biggest swinging dick on the block. If the evidence was there, someone would get it and uncover it, and they would be a god unto other scientists. See, that's the difference between scientifically motivated people and politically motivated people. Politically motivated people, when you conclusively prove they're talking shit, they chase you with pitchforks and flaming torches and throw you in jail. Scientists, when you conclusively prove they are wrong and you have the evidence to back up your point of view, it shows that what they thought was wrong, they hold you up as a hero. That's scientists. Global warming deniers are full of shit. They're politically motivated, ignorant liars, and I don't give a fuck about them.